This is Todd, and today we're going to talk about this really cool vehicle from 2002 called the Bashin Beetle. Now, this vehicle, I remember buying it thinking, okay, this is kind of cool. I was kind of excited about it, and here it is, and it has a lot of cool features, and we're going to try this with a bunch of other action figures in different lines and see how it works. Now, this Bashin Beetle was originally based on another toy called the Bashosaurus, I think it was, which was right here. The Bashosaurus, which is a pretty cool vehicle too. Hey, Mike. And I'm going to take a look at the Power and Honor Foundation book for a minute and find maybe some original source for this vehicle and see what we can find. The Power and Honor Foundation. Now, Mike, you have this book already. So before I start searching, do you remember seeing something like this in there? I think there is, but let's see if we can find it together. I'll wait for Mike to see what he says. So let's take a look here. Yeah, I should use a table of contents. I've never used a table of contents in this book even once. Vehicle designs, page 86. Look at that. I can just go right to vehicle designs. That's funny. All this time I've just been flipping through the pages till I found it. What again? Page 86. 86. There we go. 86 is pretty far back. 93. 89. Oh, how weird. It might not be a vehicle because it's the Bashosaurus is a creature. It might be a creature feature. Okay, let's look at creatures first. Then we will jump back and take a look at vehicles. Because see, look at this. They're calling this a creature instead of a vehicle. It's kind of funny. Sticky minions. Alright, we're just about there. I'm sure of it, if they have it at all. Panther! Look at that, there's more than one Road Ripper design. Okay, we gotta be close. If it's even in here at all. This is not looking too good. See what Mike said? I think so. Also can't remember. Oh, there it is. Whoa, that is way different than I expected. Look at that. Click at that. And you can see it looks so different than what we got for the Bashosaurus originally. So they have any other designs in there for it. Sometimes they have multiple designs. I don't see anything else. So that's it right there. And you can see it has a giant swinging arm. And that giant swinging arm would then take that spiked ball back here and then just fling it forward. And notice it's actually an evil vehicle. It's Skeletor's vehicle. Skeletor. So there you can see, there's right there, the original Bashosaurus, which of course we know ended up looking like this. Not quite as cool as what they had. It's actually a pretty small vehicle. This one's really looks like it's a little longer. And you can see they put a dinosaur on the front just to give it a dinosaur themed thing. And then you push this button here and this handle goes whoop. And it's like a giant rubber hollow piece right here. But I'm not totally rubber. It's kind of like a soft plastic, I guess. And then the wheels were hard plastic. Now what's cool is the box art for the Bashosaurus was pretty cool. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Oh, Battle Armor He-Man coming in. Bam! Smashing everybody. That was a pretty cool box art. All right. So there we go. We know the history of it. And when 2000X came out, they gave us their own version of Bashosaurus. And it was the Bashin Beetle. Bum, bum, bum. The Doom Buggy. Jeff says, I still have my original battle bones from my childhood. Nice. Excellent. It's funny. I don't have a lot of my original figures from my childhood. Most of mine are rebought. But I do have my original Baron Karza still. One of my Micronauts. So I know what it's like having your original figure from when you're a kid. It is pretty cool. Hey, Juan Solo, thanks for joining us. Jamie, thanks for being here. Charles, thanks for being here. Rickster, thanks for joining us. And Mr. Mike Fee. Yep, and Jeff, thanks for being here. Excellent. All right, so this Bashosaurus is a pretty good size when you look at it. I mean, that's pretty big compared to most Masters of the Universe vehicles from back in the 80s. In fact, if you take a look at the old Battle Ram, so I can find there's one on the floor right there. Let me grab a Battle Ram really quick. Oh. My dude Lionel just dove off the shelf. So when I was a kid, the Battle Ram was like the biggest vehicle that I thought we had out there. And look at this. It's just dwarfs in comparison to the Bashin Beetle. So you can see how much bigger it is. Now I know what you're saying. You're like, well, 2000X is a much bigger figure line than our original 80s figures. Well, let's just debunk that right now. And let's take a look at this Man-at-Arms that's in here. Let's pull him out. Come on out of there, Man-at-Arms. And so here is a 2000X figure right here. 2000X! And we will line him up next to an 80s style figure. And you can see that they're not really that much bigger. In fact, their torsos are actually smaller. Their heads are smaller. They are a tad little bit taller. And now let's compare it to Classics, for instance, which a lot of people think 2000X is close to Classics in size, but they are actually quite a bit smaller than Classics. So you can see that 2000X is not as big as you remember. They are bigger than our original 80s toys, but you know what? I'm sorry, this is not the 80s one. That's my Origins. There we go. So there's the 80s one. And because they have the bent knees, they do look a little shorter. But you take a look at Origins, and it's the same body style. Just you straighten those legs out. And he's about the same height almost as a 2000X. So kind of interesting. So 2000X was not really that much bigger when it comes to the actual size comparison for scale. So, all right. So let's go and put these guys back over by the TV remote control. TV remote. And then we will talk about this Bashosaurus and how it goes. I didn't put this guy's wrist cuff back on from when I did that one scene of him being chained to Snake Mountain. That's funny. Not to go try to hunt that down. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This is pretty ingenious. So here we have this handle. We got this cool little shield here. It's very Mad Max looking, futuristic, and we got a cool foot place. And you can see his feet are two different sizes here. And this was specially made for Man-at-Arms. So you take and you put his toe right in the spot there, and it hooks in toe and heel to hold him down. Hold him down. And on the other side, we got a foot peg, and you just crank that foot peg right on there. Jam it on there. And after you got him in there, this is the cool part. You now take and you rotate him, and then stick his handle or his hand on the handle. There you go. Raise his club like he's going to bash someone on the side of the head. They get too close to the vehicle. Stay away from the Bashosaurus, or I shall bash you in the head. So there we go. And he just looks menacing and so cool. It's just so Road Warrior, Mad Max looking. I mean, they even got like just things wrapped around the big old giant rock to hold it in place. And it's cool. Now, if that was not cool enough, if that's not cool enough for you, we also have this little thing here to line up a figure. We have these pincher arms here, and we have a lever. Now, as I move this lever, it has a dual action. First, it engages the pounding tool. Wait a sec. What did I do wrong? Oh, that's what it was. I remember now. As you roll it forward, the pinchers close to capture whatever creature you're trying to get. So let's restart this. Restart it. And let's grab Beast Man. Oh, he's kind of a big Beast Man because he's from the extra large Masterverse. But just set him right here. And as you have him right there and you start to roll this forward, the jaws of death close around him and grip him basically as you roll it forward if you get it lined up just right. Let's try this again. And once they grip him, now he's held in place. And now you pull the lever. Pull the lever, Crunk. And as you pull the lever, notice the ball comes up, comes down, and whaps him perfectly in the head because he is now aligned with the claws of death. Now, here's the fun part. Not only does this control that rock lever, it also moves his hand. Watch this. Watch this action. It's like magical. So it's almost like your figure is actually pulling the lever himself. It's like, that is so cool. And Mattel outdid themselves on this one. If you get him lined up just right and his waist is loose enough, he'll actually do the old twist. Like Fred Flintstone says, twist, twist. Shink. Isn't that cool? Okay. So that's why I just love this stupid vehicle, because I just love the Mad Max-ness of it. You can tell it's just kind of put together with just pieces left over from, because I believe that Eternia takes place in a futuristic world where technology is not what it used to be. So you can see all these battle wounds on it. It's got, all these motor parts and just hoses going everywhere. It's got chunks on the wheel. It looks like it was assembled together out of old car parts almost, or old vehicles. Even on the back, the wheels aren't quite the same. It's supposed to be like logs or something rolling along here. And then underneath here, whoop, they have the motor back there. So you can pretend like he's fixing it or working on it. They got little pins to hold it in place. So you just line this back up and stick it in. So there's a lot of cool features to this. What? Oh, look at this. You could control the claws from the back. What? How could I not know that? Look, you move this lever here, and the claws move up there. So you don't have to use the wheel. You can do it yourself. That's even cooler than I thought. So you may be asking yourself, Todd, this is such an old vehicle. We're talking it's 2024. This is made in 2002. So we're talking 22 years old. Why are you showing this now? Well, I had it in my closet, and I just remembered the fun I used to have with it. And I saw on eBay, they are going dirt cheap. It's like nobody wants this. You could buy one mint in the box, unopened, for 22 bucks. And so I put a link in the description if you wanted to get one. But anyway, I'm not just here to sell you on the 2000X line, because as we know, that line is pretty well dead. But this vehicle can work with your other lines. So let's see which figures fit in here nicely. Let's first try. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's not the one I try. Let's first try the 1980s figure. Bah, bah, bah. Man at Arms. And we will just stick his hand on there. We'll get him ready for battle. Okay, now I did have this working at one time when I was younger, but I forget exactly how I did it. I think I might have made a new handle for it. Now I think about it, I think I did make a new handle out of a paper clip and some other pieces. I forgot, I think I rubber banded his hand to it too somehow or something, but this handle's removable. And I don't have the handle I created originally for it. We'll just stick this on here just as is. And let's just go ahead and we will just use the Bashosaurus. See, he still has a little bit of the action, not exactly. Like I said, I made a handle that's only this out of spare parts. And the handle is removable. So this off. And if you just pull this out of here, you can actually disconnect this. I did it earlier today before I started the video. There we go. And as you yank this out of there, there you go. So this handle is completely removable. And so you just make a new handle that's only this tall. And you can either just cut this off, cut that off, melt it on, or make something completely new yourself out of just spare parts you can find. And that's what I did originally, but I don't even know where. You know, I have two Bashosauruses. I think I have another one somewhere that has been converted already for the 80s line. Did I put that on backwards? I did. I put that on backwards. Come on out of there. It's funny, it goes on better backwards than it does forwards, but then his hand smashes into the guardrail when you put it on there. You know, maybe it was the way the other way. I don't know. Okay. So now let's move to origins. Origins. This just has more motion, so it should be able to fit in there better than our 80s figure. So let's go ahead and put his hand on here first. Firmly grasp it. Now he has the same problem, and that is that he cannot angle his hand right. So we'll have to do the weird elbow thing. And he does have an ankle or a hole for his foot. So that's a huge plus. And we'll see. We shall see. Kind of a strange way to grip it, but let's give it a shot. Oh, and he fell off. Oh, he can't ride the... So again, you're going to want to create a shorter handle for him. Shorter handle. And it's only because their hands are stuck at a certain height, because of the way this is, why the 2000X had an angled hand. So, all right, on to classics. Let's see your guys' comments. Origins might look better on it. Yes, I think it did too. All right, so now let's try our classics, which is a much bigger figure. And they also have a hole in the foot, I believe. Oh, it's more forward, though. Oh. Man at arms, you lost your sword, man. Let's see if we can get his hand on there. Okay, you know what? I have to put his hand further forward. I'm going to swap this around. Fit. There we go. And now let's put his foot in there. His foot there. There's the hole. And let's stick his hand. Remove the shield. You know, that might actually work better for the 80s figure. Maybe I should try it again with the 80s figure to see if it fits better now that I have it backwards. Ho! You're losing your sword, dude. Stand up straight. And let's try this thing out. Here we go. Moment of truth. Well, he works pretty good. Doesn't do the waist twist, which would have been cool, but he does lean his whole body back. It's kind of still fun. Okay, I'm going to take him out and try the Origins figure again since I changed the handle. No, it's worse. It's even worse of an angle now. Okay, I will put it back. Put it back. Like I said, I don't remember what I created. I did something though with this stick. I don't remember. Okay, the last figure to try. Masterverse. Now there's more than one Masterverse Man-at-Arms. So we'll just try this one because I don't have the other one anymore. And let's just stick his leg in there. He has a hole in his foot. Cool. Ugh. We'll stick his hand on there. Oh, perfect. Wow. It's like he was made for it. Actually, that does look pretty cool. That works really good for Masterverse so far. Let's turn it sideways and see what his motion looks like. Here we go. Urgh. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again, shall we? Okay, that works pretty good. Pretty good. Yes. All right. So, I would suggest picking one of these up. It's a really cool vehicle. It has that Mad Max vibe to it. It's a very Masters of the Universe. And the price right now, you can't beat it. Because it's just... I just don't know where the other Bashin Beetle was. I know I converted one just for my 80s figures. I just don't know where I put it. Oh, I know where it's at. I stuck it in a big giant Tupperware container under my desk. But I have so many containers, it's way down deep. My converted one. Because I remember I had one that was converted and one that was stock. This was the stock one. That's funny. What do you guys think of the new Horde Trooper? That is an excellent question. I have to make a separate video for that one. But I have my thoughts on it. For the most part, with his helmet on, he looks kind of cool. There we go. All right. Anyway, so what do you guys think of this? Is it worth getting for your other figures in the line? To bash a figure in the head. That's so weird. It's so heavy. When you do this, it's just herb. I'm surprised it doesn't just smash itself. That's just so funny. Oh, I've been snagged. Okay, we got to do this right. Masterverse versus Masterverse. Get in there. Get ready. Get set. Okay. Get your foot in there. Now I'm just going too fast. We're not. There we go. We'll stick your handle in there. There we go. We'll lean him forward a little bit so he has lots of room to move. And now we will set up our Beast Man to be decimated by the giant thing. We'll first pull the lever on the side. Oh. You have to hold you tight there, Beast Man. Don't move. We got you now. And now for the bashing. Here we go. Oh, 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 get a Man-at-Arms. Oh. Oh. Well, that was very effective. And that is how you take out a Beast Man correctly. Overkill. Also on Eternia who designs all these vehicles. They have different car companies on Eternia releasing different vehicles. So the storyline, which is hard to believe sometimes, is like Man-at-Arms is the guy who makes them all. And since this is takes place in a world that used to have all these things, he basically scrap pieces things together. Almost like the video game Twisted Metal kind of thing, where they take and they build things out of old cars and stuff. So this was made out of old Eternia vehicles, maybe even some flight vehicles, everything else, and he puts it all together, the old engines. Oh, my toe, my toe. That's fun. It's actually, the swing of this is actually fun to do. That's cool. Because the throw is so far. And then watching the little guy react like he's actually pulling the lever. I just wish these were mounted higher. If they had a joggle in them, but of course they'd run into this right here and smash them. But if they just made these a little bit higher. But then again, the 2000X figures were shorter, so... And mine might be a little loose. It might have been higher originally. I don't know. I finally picked up a 2000X Tila figure on eBay. Nice. You know what I really want is this figure in Masterverse. If they made us in Masterverse, that'd be so cool. So Mattel, if you're listening and putting my order in now, I want her to have single jointed elbows like the new Evelyn. I want her to be tall, of course, like the new Evelyn as well. And mine I articulated a little bit using magnets. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That's it, just her arms move. But I want this figure in Masterverse so I can stick it with my classics so bad. She is so cool looking. But anyway, so Mattel, please give us single jointed elbow 2000X Sorceress. We will all buy her. You can make her a deluxe version if you want. Give it a little bit of shiny paint. Shiny. That would be so cool. So like her, but single jointed elbows. See a little bit of shine. A little bit of shine. That'd be so cool having her in that size. Oh, can you imagine? I thought the Sorceress of 87 was an American. I picked up the Classics Battleground Tila. Nice, Mike. Excellent. All right. Oh no! Watch out! Oh, bum, 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 bum. Oh, oh. Uh-oh. Man-at-Arms to you now. You got to take her out completely. No witnesses. Oh, oh, that was my daughter. You got to admit the designs were so cool of 2000X. I know I talk about it all the time. It was my favorite cartoon. But look at this. They actually gave him like this cool mechanized armor. And so this is my stand-in Man-at-Arms. It was the Snake Man-at-Arms. And so he has the cool mechanized armor. And then so cool. I think I painted these. I think these were black originally. I don't remember. I don't recall. I know there was some painting I had to do to make it work because it didn't match the armor. I had to clean off all the gold on here that was on here. I didn't like that. So I used acetone to clean off all the gold paint that was on there. They almost have everyone but her. Yes. You think Man-at-Arms' skin is green? Nope. He's just wearing a skin-tight suit. Otherwise, his face would be green too. So it's supposed to be like some kind of skin-tight green suit so he can hide. He's supposed to be like, you know, one of those old military guys that you met that's an old veteran that has these cool old war stories. but yet super smart too at the same time. So, yep, it's his green bodysuit. Just like Mechanic has a blue bodysuit. Which makes you wonder, is this really supposed to be a blue bodysuit or blue skin? Yep. And if it was green skin, then is this armband underneath his skin? Like those new tattoo artists are doing, putting things under people's skin? That would be weirdly and kind of gross too, having his armbands under the skin. But yeah, I love the mechanized. I mean, it's just so clever. Yep, those 4 horsemen really outdid themselves in the sculpts. Too bad Mattel didn't give us the good articulation on it. I mean, we do have shoulder movement. That was cool. We do have cool buttons that do things. Hold on, guy. I guess I gotta put the club in his hand first, right? There we go. Dun dun dun. Yes, you are right. Mechanic does have his hands uncovered. That is true. So we know our man-at-arms is also wearing green gloves. It's so weird. I stole my wife's rubber bands. I used to match the color if I could to the belt and use it to hold all my weapons. That way then they have a place to keep them when they're not in use. And my poor wife, she would run out of all these her hair rubber bands. I'd use them for all kinds of stuff. They're handy, you know. All right. Champ of Arms. I'm thinking of doing a custom Clamp Champ where he becomes the new man-at-arms. Nice. And that's actually in the storyline. That Clamp Champ becomes the new man-at-arms. So that works out really good. I remember the first time I saw this. If you have it in your hand, you have this toy. It actually looks like a baby's toy at first glance because the bright colors and the cheap plastic around it. You don't even know it's part of the Masters of the Universe line. It doesn't have that gritty feel we used to always have, like with this vehicle. This vehicle looks. I mean, I used to look at this. This does look like something you would see as some kind of medieval war machine. Then we get this, and it's just looks like a baby's riding toy you'd buy from Toys R Us or something. I mean, this has like some gargoyle on the front, a laser mounted on the side, cool engine parts coming out. Look at that. It has a octo exhaust, 4 on each side. This comes off as a separate jet. I mean, this was like the ultimate. I still love this thing. This is the only vehicle I had as a kid. And I still love to stare at the box art of this all the time, seeing Beastman with his battle axe and everything else. And then being able to shoot the weapon too. It's so cool. There we go. Let's see how far it goes. It will make it all the way over the fort. And it hit the wall way over there. Anyway. Oh, look at this. Even the weapon on the front has this really crazy looking face. So I never knew which way it was supposed to go. Are those to be teeth and a skull and some kind of horns? Or what? Or does it go this way? And those are like some kind of jowl things and ears. And a cat face. Meow. Skull. Cat. Meow. Let's see, I'm not sure if I want to leave the orange armor or paint it to match Clamp Champ's original armor. Put some stickers on that battle ram. Yeah, I did have stickers on it at one time, repo ones. And it took so long to clean it because when I first got it, it had I had to actually sand it down with 800 grit sandpaper to get off all the residue from the stickers. And so I just put one sticker on there now, and that is the control panel. Because I figure you got to have the control panel. I know, I should at least put a sticker on the back too. And look how clever this was. I'm sorry, but I know this is not about the battle ram. But what a clever design. Since He-Man can't hold two things, he only has one hand that's closable, you put the closing hand on this side like that. And the other hand, as you moved it up, just the fat of the hand just kind of fell into place perfectly. And the legs, of course, fit on there. I mean, that's just beautiful. Beautiful design. Yeah, the battle ram I think will always be my favorite vehicle. It just has so much versatility. And then if you do fly away in your little escape vehicle part of it, my light's dying. If you do happen to leave the battle, your friends can still control the back here and still have the cannon left behind. So you could drop cannons off and then fly away. So it just seems so much bigger when I was a kid. I can't believe how small it is. I mean, when I was a kid, this thing was huge. In my mind, it was the size of the Thundercat tank we got from Super 7. It's just funny. I have one back end. Yep, it's funny. When I first learned about eBay, I ended up buying a whole bunch of these. I had like 6 of these front ends, and I think I had like 2 or 3 of these here. But I just use these all over the place. But I hope they make this whole entire piece in Origins, not just the front piece, but the back too. The back's cool. But if they make the back, I know they're gonna make it so it doesn't shoot very far. You just know that. I mean, this thing has quite the range on it. It actually makes it all the way over that and then keeps going. I remember my kids were little, we would take and line these up and line up guys and move it back and forth in the living room to get it just right, to get the aim just right. Todd, you got the Classics Battle Ram? I do. I definitely do. I bought a bunch of them so I could have a bunch of these. And I bought extra pieces to go in here, and I'm in the middle of retrofitting one of the back ends to motorize it so I can remote control the Classics one. Oh, Eric's on. No, I didn't see your comments yet. Let's jump back. Love how a Classics person had a place for figures to stand on. Oh, yes. That was cool. I just always figured you would never have a guy back here while you're driving. I know it's like a fire truck you kind of do, but I always figured whoever was here would drive it in the battle, and once it was there, then somebody could then take over shooting it. Let's see. Eric said, I have that toy. Nice. It is a cool one, Eric. Eric says, hey, Todd, how was your warm day today? In South Jersey, it was 83. Nice. My day was pretty good. All right. Anyway, I think... Yes. So I do have some things I'm going to use to try to computerize it. And not computerize it, but mechanize it. And I just haven't done it yet. Now I got to go find my projectiles. Here we go. I have them now. I have them now. Now, if you did not know this already, anytime you have something that's spring powered, do not leave it in place. So don't leave it like that while you store it. Always leave it loose. That way it is not going to ruin the internals inside there. Hey, Jamie, thank you so much. Where can I find those? We'll use the link in the description, and it will take you to Fleabay, and it will take you right to these auctions here, and these are really cheap right now. And then while you're there, just type in Battle Ram. And anytime you get stuff on eBay from my links, it does help the channel. So I do appreciate it. Every little bit does help the channel. So that's so cool when you guys use the links. Let's see, Eric, Todd, did you see the 4 pictures I sent you on Instagram Messenger? I haven't checked Instagram today, so I'm not sure, but I have seen some pictures you sent me before. Rickster, Todd, I may have found a way to connect the Origin Sky Sled to the vintage back and battle ram. You know, I've never even tried that. I don't even see if it fits. Let's see how close it is. Oh yeah, there's no way. You gotta admit though, that does look pretty cool. The upgrade they did is pretty snazzy. Yeah, that's a long ways. You got a lot of work, man, to make that work. Look at that. It's the same size as the whole entire back half of the battle ram. That's crazy. It's funny. You think this was a battle ram video, not a Bashosaurus slash Bashin Beetle. All right. You have to remove the top cannon. So cool. I got it set on snake, don't I? I got to change mine out. I got the wrong stuff on there. I don't have the gargoyle on there. Or the griffin, I guess. Ugh. I have the evil one. It's Skeletor's. Ha! Ha ha ha! Goodbye, masters. Firmly grasp it. It's got foot pegs too. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. You know, I really do love these Origins. They are so cool. The way they're so articulated, but remind me of the old 80s figures. But again, I'm not going to collect a whole new series. I have my classics. You mean the motors here? The engines? Or you mean these down here? Well, those are facing forward though. Look at the cool targeting computer they have on there. Way cooler stickers. And they got, actually, the controls are actually indented in there. Nice. I didn't appreciate how cool this was until just now. I'm not a fan of the color though. Too much green. Needs to be more bluish like the old one. This looks like the color you get when you leave your when you leave this in the window and the sun damages it. Then it's turned kind of this green color. I'm painting one Origins, one purple for the Evil Warriors. Nice. Excellent. Keep the lower engines, pull out the top ones. That's going to be tough. You have to actually cut them because they are actually one chunk of plastic. You can see the seam line there. So that's going to require a lot of Dremel. I want to see it when you have it done, man. All right. Well, I think that is enough pain for today. So thank you for joining me. And again, Bashin Beetle. Lots of fun. Lots of bashing fun. Oh! And that's it, you guys. Good journey. Ah, Jeff said it before me. Nope, I have no plans of converting this to fit the old one. I'm just hoping they give us a new one of those. That'd be so cool. Yes. Well, hopefully they make it. They release them both again. So that'd be good. Bye now. Good journey.